Welcome back to the archives. Tonight, we look at Cryptic Chimes, the intriguing tale of the world's forbidden bells. Listen closely, dear viewer, to the gentle symphony of history echoing through the corridors of time. As the night unfurls, we embark on a journey to unearth tales silently resonating beneath the surface of our past. A journey centered around bells that live in the shadows, silenced by myth and mystery. Imagine, if you will, a bell tower standing forlorn atop an ancient, forgotten hill whispering stories to the wind. These aren't just any bells, they are shrouded in enigma, sealed away over generations. Hidden from prying eyes, these bells possess powers and stories that centuries of dust cannot cloak. Tonight, we embark on an expedition to uncover why these bells have been forbidden. As our metaphorical lantern lights the way, let's first turn to the misty valleys of Europe, where these mystifying tones once reverberated through medieval landscapes. Picture a small village cradled in a deep valley, shielded by rugged fjords and dense forests. It's a place where folklore and reality merge seamlessly, where the fabric of daily life is woven with threads of the supernatural. This specific village, lost to time and perhaps even the faint memory of its last inhabitants, held a bell so sacrosanct, its peals were reserved for ritualistic practices alone. Legend speaks of the Bell of Sorrow, a towering artifact meticulously crafted from the bronze gifted by 1,000 travelers, each donating a fragment of their journey's weight. This bell wasn't simply a tolling instrument, it became the voice of the village soul. But what was it about the Bell of Sorrow that designated it forbidden? Why did its resonance become a vessel of taboo? Herein lies the seed of our exploration. The belief among the villagers that the bell could summon spirits, restless entities from beyond realms of the living. This belief was rooted in an old prophecy, a tale spun through generations. It was whispered that whenever the bell tolled arbitrarily, unsought and solitary, it signaled an impending plague or disaster. Our expedition takes us then to a dusty archive in a stone-built monastic library. There, amidst faded parchment and withered leather bindings, lay the council records from this village. We learn of an ancient council that decreed the bell's silence, to remain untouched save for the direst need. But mankind's curiosity has ever been relentless, and in 1438, a particularly dire season led to its unauthorized tolling. The chronicles tell of the aftermath. Crops withered, storm clouds conquered once azure skies, and the specter of death loomed over the innocent. A chilling fear settled upon the village as they attributed the calamity to a breach of their sacred pact. The bell was then concealed, its clapper removed and hidden to ensure the silence, its haunting presence a stark reminder of its potential power. Let us pause here to appreciate the atmospheric ambience of a time when people's lives were intensely interwoven with belief, when such an occurrence was not dismissed, but framed as providence. Our narrative, inevitably stitched into a cultural tapestry rich with legends, allows us to understand the delicate dance between myth and reality. As we fade momentarily from this European vista, let us consider the role these beads of bronze have played beyond physical borders. We find similar stories echoing in far-flung corners of the world, whispers floating through the history of diverse cultures, each one entrancing us with tales where bells hold sway over the natural and supernatural. In this way, tonight's chapters of the mind map out lands not just geographical but philosophical, bridging the Thatchan stone existence with the abstract. They remind us, those tuned in, curious souls, seekers of secrets, that the world has many hidden chimes yet to be rung. We become aware of a universal human impulse, to lend voice and power to the symbols we hold dear. These stories are as crystal clear as the ring of a bell across still waters, engaging in a delicate, ethereal dance between realms known and uncharted. It is only the first note in our symphony of unveiling, a pebble dropped silently in a vast, mysterious pond. Join us next time as we continue our exploration, seeking out the chimes that are both hallowed and haunted, electric with the reverberations of untold centuries. For now, we draw our lantern close and leave the Bell of Sorrow in its eternal slumber, waiting, to some, hoping for a time when its tales may once again ring true. The shadows lengthen as we delve deeper into the hidden lore surrounding these resonant relics. With our lantern in hand, we travel farther, leaving the mist-laden European valleys behind. Our new destination may surprise you, the birthplace of antiquity itself, ancient Greece. Here, amid rocky slopes dotted with olive trees and crumbling ruins whispering the glory of a long-lost civilization, we encounter another such bell imbued with mystifying power. It is said to reside within a secretive enclave at the Oracle of Delphi, where whispers of gods and destiny tangled with the mortal world. Delphi was not merely a place, it was a celestial nexus, where past and future converged into prophetic utterances. Nestled within this spiritual pantheon was the Delphic call, a bell sacred to the divine. This bell, rumored to have been crafted by Hephaestus himself, was believed to hold the key to communicating with the ancient deities. Its sounds were woven into the rituals conducted by the oracle priestesses, whose cryptic pronouncements were conveyed as oracles to those who could afford the pilgrimage. The bell was said not to toll in any conventional sense. Instead, its sound was a concealed message, perceived only through the deep, reflective trance of the priestesses. Here was an instrument of the gods, a divine conductor of fate, its voice hidden from the unworthy. The Delphic call was more than just a ceremonial object. It was a living embodiment of destinies weaved within the threads of time. Its purpose was laden with the essence of the transcendent, acting as a spiritual vessel through which the divine will manifested. In ancient texts, mention is found of times when the bell would resonate unbidden, sending shivers through the sacred precinct. These instances were never trivial, always ominous, signifying interventions directly of divine origin. Such occurrences frightened the populace, who saw in them omens of looming catastrophes. Whether earthquakes, famines, or war, the mysterious tolls were inextricably linked to historical turning points and shifts in power dynamics within the region. Over centuries, Delphi became favored by travelers, each seeking to understand the lore of the Delphic call. Yet, even though its fame spread, the bell itself seemed to hide behind a veil of myth, a phantom to those who sought it. The priestesses safeguarded its secret, a tradition preserved even as empires rose and fell before the steadfast gaze of Mount Parnassus. This unbroken lineage of sage oracular practice guarded not just prophecy, but the very instrument through which such mystic insights were believed to flow. Intriguingly, artifacts believed to have been engraved with symbols of the bell's influence have surfaced in subsequent archaeological digs. These engravings depict its supposed grandeur alongside the deities and heroes from Hellenic mythology. The Delphic call itself, however, has eluded discovery, as if spirited away by the gods to ensure its mystery endures eternal. This enigma of the Delphic call tempts the bounds of empirical history. As modern scholars dig deeper, they unearth not just material artifacts, but contexts, imitations of practices that defined humanity's ancient view of power and destiny. These stories prompt us to re-examine our belief systems, reminding us of the often invisible threads linking the mundane and the metaphysical. As night settles over the site where once stood the great temple, one cannot help but ponder what unwritten history waits in silence for our rediscovery. From the syncretic dances performed under starlit skies to impassioned prayers overflowing with human longing, these historic crescendos remind us that the past is never truly silent. Our exploration tonight bridges more than mere physical terrain. It voyages through the ethereal, where sound and silence mesh into a powerful, sanctioned mystery. Sacred and sovereign, forbidden yet persisting, the Delphic call's legacy thrusts us ever forward as seekers of hidden truths, travelers in this expansive journey of discovery and intrigue. In unraveling this chapter of Cryptic Chimes, we lay yet another stone on the historic and hallowed path of humanity's search for understanding. These divine instruments shape narratives eternal, ensuring we perpetually ponder what lies just beyond our grasp. This concludes our passage into ancient Greece, an odyssey led by resonance, lingering somewhere between chime and echo, faith and fable. Our quest will continue, for worlds of hush await unveiling, dear viewer. With our journey through the echoing halls of history, we now find ourselves at the confluence of sound and secrecy within the gates of the Javanese Islands in Indonesia. This region, swathed in mystery and rich cultural tradition, teems with oral history woven deeply into the vibrant tapestry of life. It is here that we encounter another embodiment of the Forbidden Bell, an artifact steeped in legend and closely guarded by the community that surrounds it. This bell, known locally as the Suara Nyapi, or the sound of silence, holds a place of reverence amongst the island's residents. Unlike other bells that signal events, Suara Nyepi chimes only during the sacred day of silence, Nyepi. A day where the modern world halts, the island retreats into introspection, casting aside the noise of daily life for reflection and renewal. According to tradition, the resonant sound of this bell once harmonized with the collective silence of the land, amplifying its spiritual significance. Legends suggest it was not merely cast for sound, but for summoning tranquility and casting away harmful entities that lurked in the shadows. Carved from an alloy of sacred metals, the creation of the Suara Nyepi is said to have involved rites passed down through generations of temple artisans. These rites infused the bell with not only the tangible essence of its materials, but also a more esoteric spirit, rendering it an object of both artistic and spiritual significance. However, as tales warn, tolling the bell on any day other than Nyepi could invite chaos. This belief imbues the bell with a restrained power, one harnessed only under specific and revered circumstances. Yet questions remain. Why does a bell, which could cut through silence with a sonorous clarity like no other artifact, choose silence as its primary function? This auditory paradox draws curiosity from both locals and seekers of esoteric knowledge. Writings from the 16th century refer to an era when the bell was inadvertently rung outside its sacred day. The air thickened with disquiet. Storms ravaged the fields and strange illnesses spread among villagers who often roamed where spirits allegedly dwelled. This reinforced the belief in the bell's prohibitions, stamping its role within the community's cultural memory as a guardian of order. If you are finding peace in these archives, remember to subscribe to join us on the next journey. In its perpetual silence, Suara Nyepi embodies a power revered by many, yet audibly experienced by few. It is this dance between sound and silence which elevates the bell to a symbol beyond its physical constraints. The bell's lore is so interlaced into the identity of the island that its story is passed through generations from the lips of storytellers during festive gatherings, embedding cultural continuity and community wisdom into the consciousness of all who listen. What unfolds here in Java parallels similar narratives of ancient bells across the globe, each an echo or a whisper from a bygone era, whispering secrets and guiding communities through acknowledgement of the sacred and the profane. The Suara Nyepi serves not only as a board of cultural memory, but reflects deeper philosophical elements of human existence, reminding us of the delicate balance between sound and silence. This tangible metaphor speaks to humanity's innate yearning for harmony amidst the chaotic cadence of life. As our metaphorical lantern continues to illuminate these hidden paths, the legacy of Suara Nyepi underscores the intricate connections between culture and creativity, time and tradition. Through its enforced silence, we glimpse the profound respect and fear embroiled in its story, a reminder of nature's balance and mankind's enduring fascination with forces more substantial than itself. These stories echo throughout time, converging into a single universal dialogue that acknowledges the human custodian role over these revered artifacts. Hidden voices awakened only in trust, these bells hearken to truths under the human veneer, quietly urging us to remember and respect where our shared histories entwined, echoes yielding ripples across the ages. Our narrative now pauses within the mystical embrace of the Suara Nyepi, bidding us to question what other silent voices might shroud our concepts of understanding. Could there be even more profound truths awaiting their own shared revelations, dormant beneath the clanging cacophony of life? As night falls over Java, our journey hints at deeper, more profound secrets slumbering across the vast expanse of history, urging exploration and revelation on this quest of discovery.